Okay, we're going to reconvene to open session 6:05. And there was no action to report. And so we will start with the Pledge of Allegiance led by Emily Bryant. Joshua.
Put your right hand over your heart. Ready? The Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, for liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Emily. And next we have informational items, enrollment report.
Total UTK through 8th grade, 13,560. Total early learning department non-UTK, 363. A total of 13,923 students, which is a gain of 16 from our last board report, for the loss of 382 the same time last year. Homeless students, 1,213. Boston, 302. Students with armed forces in the family, 714.
Very much. And next we have curriculum highlights. Joshua Elementary, Principal Santiago Mesa, and Assistant Principal Eileen Sheen. Teacher Ashley Manley.
All right, Board of Education, Dr. Merity, Executive Board, fellow colleagues, friends, and families. Thank you for the opportunity for allowing us the opportunity to share a little bit about Joshua Elementary School. But first, before we start, I have our AAAC steppers led by Miss Manley, and I actually brought my own speaker for us, if that's okay with you guys. So they're going to come on the stage and give you a little performance of that. Let me know when you're ready to sound.
Hello? It's like 16 months, so I can get it. Don't know, but those are fine. You know, I'm sure all the time. You can get with my she's in the back.
Ms. Manley, jump in. Ms. Manley. All right. My steppers, you want to come over real quick? We have some gifts for the board. We usually give us stuff. We're going to give you stuff too. So can you deliver to the board members up here? All right. Hey, ladies, come on. Come back up real quick. Come back up. You're still not going. All right, so it's safe to say that we can just go now, right? That was our curriculum highlights. I'm just kidding. We're good. So Joshua, that's the energy Joshua has all day long from the time that we get there to the time we leave kind of thing. So we're going to go over some of the curriculum highlights for you guys. And again, everyone, thank you for having us. So the first slide that you'll see is a comparison from the 23, 24, 25, 24, 25 school year. On the first part, you'll notice that our ELA has increased by 15 points from the 24, 25 to the 25, 26 school year. So we're in the orange. And you can also see the comparison that we are no longer in the red for everything, which is great because I think for a long time Joshua was very low on everything. And so the only thing that we are low on right now that we're working on is the math, which is in the red. Everything else has moved into an orange or yellow. We do have our ELA learners, we do have them in the green. So that's amazing work to all of our staff that is taking place. And so further in the slide, you'll see that we're going to have a slide on math because it is in the red. So that's something that we need, do have a learning center for math at our school to help support that kind of thing. So you guys are all Bears fans, so I put this all good for you guys. I'm just kidding, you guys are not probably Bears fans, but I am. And so Ben Johnson had a great quote, and I think I took it back to our school for us that we've been doing good work last several years. And so our hopes now is to do better work this year moving forward. And then hopefully in the next 3 to 4 years, we'll be doing our best work where Joshua is in not just the yellows, but is in the greens or the blues at some point. And I don't know if that's ever been done, but we are going to make sure that we do our best to make sure that we get to that point at Joshua, I think. So our systems are aligned with the districts as well too. So our attendance, our behavior, our academics. Those are the three focus areas that we have on our campus. But we also use our MTSS supports on our campus with our social emotional learning, capturing kids' hearts, our PBIS model, and our SEL labs, along with we have a learning center for math and ELA, our community engagement with our community liaison, our attendance team, our PTO, our academics, coaching for both academics and literacy. Our staff certification and classified are a big part of that. And our English language learner support is a big part of that kind of thing. So, so these are all the supports that we have at Joshua. All schools have these, but I wanted to highlight all these because one does not work without the other. This is a system that takes place. So we have our teaching staff, our learning centers with ELA and math, our MTSS paras, our extended support needs paras, our LEVO. So you see that long list of people. They're not just people, they're personnel members that are there in a space to create opportunities for other systems in our school that ultimately lead back to our kids kind of thing. So appreciative of all that. We couldn't do this by ourselves. So it takes a system of personnel and supports to make sure that what we do on our campus is all in for kids kind of thing. So this slide here highlights our literacy. We are part of a literacy grant program. You'll see on your left side, Miss Amanda Blanchard. She's new to our literacy coach this year, but she's been at our school for quite some time as a learning center intervention teacher. So she's taken that skill set and transferred into the literacy part of it. On the top right, we do have our MTSS paras that are integral in helping support our teaching staff in small group instruction and SIPs. We do have paras on our campus up to third grade. I don't think there's any other campus that has MTSS paras in third grade, so we're K through third grade on our part, and that's been paying dividends moving forward with that. So also we have a new librarian this year that's taken our library and updating it to books that kids want to come to the library and read as recreational, not a have to kind of thing. And so that's been a blessing as well too. And just a picture of the middle with our Sacramento County of Education supporting our school with our literacy grant, our two coaches, and then some district personnel from the Sacramento School of Education. So this is where the Math Learning Center takes place for us. So we know that we're in the red for math last year or the year before, and so we want to make sure that we had a learning center, and so we got some supports. Hand to Mind is a curriculum that we're using in there for intervention to support our kiddos. So we noticed that our iReady data showed that we need to have some students grow, and we had some low points. So we wanted to make sure that we had staff personnel in there and a curriculum that was intervention based, evidence based, that could help move our kids in that direction to go from red to yellow to green, and hopefully at some point into the blue area. So. Our last one is a video, kind of a culture and belonging that we have at Joshua. So at Joshua Elementary, Since I got there in October, the board approved me on in December. We've had an all-in mentality because everything that we do on our campus is for kids, whether it's all those supports, it's all kids, everything that we do kind of thing. And I think that mentality has really paid dividends in us moving the needle for our kids and what we do on our campus kind of thing. So, help on this line. All right, so our PBIS is SOAR, showing kindness, owning your actions, acting responsibly, and respecting others. So thank you, Board of Education, for the opportunity to show off Joshua Elementary and the energy that we have there, and we continue to grow that. So thank you. I guess I should ask 30 questions.
Thank you for your presentation. Any questions? Great job. Yeah. And great job, students. Thank you for performing. And thank you for all your support and all the staff as well. And guys are doing great work at Joshua. So thank you so much. Next, we have public hearing. Amending school facilities fees.
Yes, this is for increase in our development fees. In order to increase those development fees, there has to be a board resolution and a justification study, which was completed by King Consulting, which their findings show that we can and we are justified to increase our development one fees. And this is every 2 years for development one fees.
Okay, so that we're gonna open at 6:26. And any questions or discussion? Okay, with that, our hearing is going to be closed at 6:27. And next we have individual action items, business. Adoption of resolution 2025-2643, increasing school facilities fees. We have a motion. Motion by Mr. Austin. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion 5-0. Item B, adoption of resolution 2025-2642, moving assignment of receivables to the California statewide authority for fiscal years ending June 30th, June 2026, 2027, 2028. We have a motion. So moved. And by Mr. Wayne. Any discussion? We have this on.
Yes. Yeah, this is how we get the taxes. We don't have to wait on that one.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 5-0. C, adopting of resolution number 2025-2640, authorizing participation in the 2026-27 fiscal year California School Cash Reserve Program. We have a motion. By Mr. Wayne. Any discussion? Favor? Opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Item 14, individual action items, educational services, approval of study for robotics world championship, St. Louis, Missouri, Old Osprey Academy. Motion.
Sure. Second.
Motion by Mr. Wayne, second by Mr. Giles. Any discussion?
3 teams actually went to the state championships in Bakersfield. Charles Coleman was one of our attendees at that competition. One of the teams went on to select the opportunity to go to national. So happy. This is part of STEM does the district.
And did you go to the event in Bakersfield?
It's not a
Well, great program for the kids. They learn so much. They learn humanship, hearing, media, everything is involved. So it's a great program. Best of luck to them. Yeah. Opposed? Motion carried. Item 15, individual action items, human resources, approval of provisional internship for me. 6 school year. You have a motion?
Second.
Motion by. Second by Charleston. Discussion. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Addressing the board, item 16, individuals who wish to address the board make the card and present it supporting documents to the superintendent or other district prior to the start of the meeting. Personal information such as name, address, phone number, date of birth, the directory information as defined in the code 9061 may be excluded from the minutes of the meeting. Superintendent or the president shall recognize and give post individuals who wish to present testimony to the board concerning specific items on the agenda. So once that item is on the discussion, it's 3 minutes per person, 20 minutes per item shall be allowed. Reading the board bylaws tonight. Board members may ask questions for clarification purposes, however, no action. Discussion may take place on an item not posted agenda or the ground. We have comments from the audience.
Yes, we have a speaker card for Cal Depler.
Jimmy, is this gonna stay good? That's my question. If not, I'm gonna have to record myself. You think we're gonna stay good? As in the mic not cutting in now? Sometimes it cuts in and out.
If the mic's cutting out because if you pull away from the mic and then stay on the mic, it should work.
Be up on top of it? Is that what we're saying? Okay, I'm gonna do my level best to stay on top of it, okay? All right, so good evening, board, parents, those here in attendance. The Ralph M. Brown Act, California's open meeting law, empowers parents, students, and the broader community with specific rights in regards to their participation in local school board meetings. This law guarantees the public's right to address the board during open session and ensures that boards do not violate the free speech rights of speakers. This includes the suppression of public opinion on items that the board has control over. Legally, school boards must allow undisrupted recording of the proceeding, both video and audio, and allow public criticism of the board's actions, decisions, or failures to act. So, there appears to be a disconnect with the district regarding the rights parents, students, and the community members have in regards to their engagement and use of public comments during this district's open board meetings. One would hope that all of these body's members are clear on the rights afforded to the public by the Brown Act. This board of trustee and the superintendent should make it abundantly clear to the public that they are free to exercise their rights without fear of retaliation or any insinuation they have done something unlawful or have somehow violated a trust between themselves and the district by speaking publicly about their struggles. District families are displaying bravery by attending these meetings and being vulnerable enough to share their experiences here out in the open. They are simply seeking assistance on a variety of issues from the one entity with the power to help them. If a school district truly values transparency, they should encourage parental involvement in board meetings rather than fear it. At the end of the day, the parents and the district make up a family. And in the most healthy of families, open dialogue is encouraged. And so let's all work together and make this district a better place for its families. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we have a speaker request from Slayer Ward. And our last speaker is Rosalind Ward.
About the situation that happened as far as her being assaulted, trying to get that taken care of. But my major concern was her GPA. It was the bullying still going on, but it was really her GPA that dropped the relation from everything, and her not being able to get into the soil program like she said. I want to also thank you, Superintendent, for coming March 17th. You really came and showed up and helped us. Came and showed up and she helped us, and I appreciate that so much. So this moment, I feel like the only thing that I can do and what I want to do is make an official complaint about Vice Principal Hunter. She didn't have a situation at all. Matter of fact, I feel like she started to kind of retaliate and give my child more OERs to make her great job. So I've been hearing from other parents that could not make it today or haven't been able to, show up, that she has been inappropriate in those situations. Given the situation that happened for the last incident of violence, I ended up having to call the sheriff's department because she was laughing and she wasn't handling it. I have another incident of a parent said that during the IEP evaluation, she asked her why her child hadn't come to school and she had anxiety and bullying. The subject muted the phone and began to laugh. So I want to make an official complaint about Vice Principal Hunter for Pioneer Elementary that need to violate her or. So, thank you. Yep.
Thank you. So. Okay, next we have comments from PTA, CSEA, and TAL. PTA. CSEA. TAL. Okay, next we have consent agenda items, superintendent, items 17A to 17L. Have a motion? So moved. Second. Mr. Giles, second by Mr. Quinn. Any discussion?
Just say thank you again. Lauren. Wellness.
Okay, with that, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Item 18, consent agenda items, business, items 18A to 18N. So, Mr. Giles. Ms. Huesler. Any discussion? How are we doing on the HVAC replacement? I know we've been working on that, getting a lot done.
I think if you go around our district right now and take a look at our facilities, I don't think you'll find being in better condition than we do now. In addition to all of our shade covers that we put up, our shelters, our structures, we have been replacing all the HVACs. You know that the last really one on the list is Rise and the Early Learning Center here at Parkview. It needs a new roof and a new HVAC. And so we're going to go ahead and get that taken care of with Bonner and get a new roof and new HVAC over there. I'm not sure there's any other ones that are going to be taken care of those. Typically, we run in the summer, we change out all the filters and we get them all in good shape and we fire them up before school starts. And I'd say 96% work perfectly. And then we go out and fix the ones that have been sitting over the summer. We know that we're in the valley, so our HVAC better work.
Yeah, that's a good thing. With that, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Item 19, consent agenda items, educational services. Items 19A to 19R. By Mr. Wade, so Ms. Carlson. Any discussion?
Suzanne,
If you'd like to go, I'm sure there's room on the bus. Get you on there.
oh, okay.
With that, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries 5-0. I see this on Magic Mountain school year trips. So we have legislative and policy discussion on the 23 consent agenda items, resources services, items 28 to 20. Motion. Motion by Ms. Dawson. Second by Mr. Wayne. Any discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries 5-0. And next we have item 21, consent agenda items, student and family services, items 21A to 21. Someone. Mr. Giles. Discussion. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Now we're at legislative. Little bit. That brings us to board Comments? Superintendent comments? Let's start with Mr. Nguyen.
Well, thank you, Joshua. I know. Wondering if the red jets are still on the sidewalk. Get on the sidewalk. I did that. Maybe you did that years. You know what? Joshua's certain place with the judge. Excellent education. So I'm hoping that you said that green and the blue targets that won't be hit. Joshua was an excellent school. Like all of the schools in our district, I'm just happy to see that community supports them. You still have a PTO, which is good. You have a lot of community support. And so keep it up. The students did a very good job tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Nguyen. Keith?
Thank you all for coming, all the ones that are sitting in the back. Thank you guys for holding up the back of the room and coming, supporting us. Thanks again to Joshua. They did a great job. Nice presentation. It was fun to see kids and Mrs. Manley. It's Manley. She looked like she was having more fun than the kids. It's always fun to see, her passion and the kids. The way I can see she enjoys it. Very cool. I guess that's basically what's going on. I guess we got kids performing tomorrow at Alpac. Not Alpac, actually at
AV Theater.
That's exciting. I wish,
Nancy Corey's going to be putting on their play, which if you haven't been in a Nancy Corey play,
they're always good. Yeah. It's not that going on. Just you have to make time to do it. I got 4 kids at home to trying to do stuff. I think we were preparing for a talent show at Miller. I think they're doing the same thing at Amakusa. It's like all these talent shows. All these kids got to, show their talent. So maybe they'll stay out of trouble. With that, sit on.
Very much enjoyed the effort, Joshua, and I agree with the teacher. That was great. It's wonderful. Now, picked up the information that you have lots of things. Engaged. Thank you so much for that. What's enough? You offered nothing.
Thank you. Mr. Austin?
I'll echo everything say great about Joshua. I get out to your campus, as you know, and everything that he said as far as engaging with the students is very true. And I'm sure that a lot of your family and community things like your community book club, things like that, are most definitely a reason why you're seeing an increase in all of your scores, in all your math and English virtual classes that you offer. Thank you for that. As well as to step team that performed. Always fun to watch, always very energetic. So continue doing what you're doing. I know that you'll be successful. We've seen that as well. Other than that, it's really about it as far as moving over to the theater to see the performance. Also, I had an opportunity to get to high school where a lot of our students were performing last week, and it was a phenomenal show. So thanks to everyone that got involved with that, and thank you for the students that did a really good job. And thank you guys for coming today.
Thank you, Mr. Thompson. Right?
I just want to acknowledge Mr. Mesa and Ms. Shannon and all the great work they're doing and all the staff over at Joshua. I'd rather go to the Nancy Corey play than to Broadway, New York, or to Pantages. So their plays were, I just enjoyed better. I had to go see this thing in Hades Town, and I didn't understand. I just want to acknowledge everybody who worked on and participated in our enrollment carnival this afternoon. We had over 1,000 community members, new students and their parents and their families, and it was a wonderful time. It's just great that we can carry on that tradition. Our enrollment carnival, we had animals and a train and all sorts of gift cards and wonderful things going on. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much. And again, Joshua, great presentation. It's neat to see the scores going up over there, all the hard work. And the performers tonight definitely showed your school spirit, all in, a lot of energy. And so we believe you guys are really working on that part. It's neat to see that going on with all the improvements we made to that school. So it's really neat to see everybody coming together for that. So thank you so much. Board meeting. Good projects going on at all our school sites. I know we're working hard on that. So glad to see that as well. That you won. Should by Mr. Wayne. Favor. Opposed? 5-0. Have a good night.